Okay, guys, the last point in this model is finishing with that racket, bringing all the racket all the way around. When we swing, you want to pay attention that just as we start, and we want to make sure that we're turning all the way with the chest facing to the side fence, let's say, or it's like you're pointing with your hand. You want to make sure that you bring it all the way around at the end. Look at my shoulder. It's going from back here and it's turning all the way around. You want to make sure you don't want to hit, make contact, and then stop your lower body there and keep going and keep going with your arm. No, you want to feel all the way. Everything goes at once. You really want to pay attention to that rotation of your upper body and bringing that racket around. Many times, people that I have taught, they used to hit and finish short, and they were scared of going just that little bit longer and finishing here. Why? Because they thought that they were gonna miss the shot. Well, actually, finishing the swing around is what's gonna give you more spin, and it's gonna help you hit the ball. When you hit with a swing that is shorter and you stop short here and you just kind of come around, or you finish here or something like that, what happens is you're just slapping that ball and you're not going to create as much spin on the ball. See, that's a short one. So that ball is not really, it's more of a flatter ball. Instead, look at the difference. When I hit that ball all the way around, it's more like a curve, and creates that curve because it has more topspin. So the ending of that swing, it's actually what is going to give you a lot of topspin, and it's actually what is going to give you a lot of consistency. That is what's going to allow you to hit that ball in a curve. So that's going to keep that shot going in with topspin instead of going flat. So you really have to pay attention to how you're finishing your swing. How you just many times, if you're hitting with a partner and your partner is at the net, try this: hit and try to finish. Try to really emphasize on finishing all the way here, coming and hit that forehand all the way here. Now, of course, you wanna pay attention to the fact that you have the wrist cocked and you bringing that racket down and up and brushing that ball, okay? Because if you just slapping the ball and finishing here, of course that ball is gonna go flat and it's gonna fly all over the place. But that little part, finishing around, just that little part, can really make a huge difference on the result, on the shot that you make, and your consistency. So in your mind, what you wanna think is, I would say, I always suggest get good at hitting with a lot of spin first. Nadal type kind of shots if you want. Don't focus so much on trying to go too hard, because being hard, hitting the ball hard and controlling it, you gotta become a little better player, and eventually you're gonna be able to do that. But the easier part is becoming more consistency, and that is something that is gonna help you improve your game. So get used to bringing that roller coaster swing down and up and finishing shot like that. See? Get used to hit more with top spin, hitting, trying to keep that ball going in over and over and over, instead of trying to hit the ball too hard, barely going over the net. You have a margin of error very. The harder you hit, the smaller your margin of error it becomes. Meaning, if this is a net and you hit the ball hard, that means that if you go a little lower, you hit the net, and if you go a little higher than this, it's gonna fly long. But if instead you're think more about heavy spin to eventually work on speed. Doesn't mean that you're not gonna hit the ball hard, but first become good with spin. So think about, okay, I'm gonna hit that ball. I don't want to hit that ball just a few inches above the net. I want to hit it 3 or 4 feet over the net. And that ball, if it comes lower with spin, is still gonna go in, and it can go way higher and still gonna go in as well. This is a fast one where you gotta have. It's a very slow margin of error. There. See, if If I go just a little higher and it goes long. If I go a little low and you hit the net. Now look at the difference with the height of this shot. That ball is like way, that was probably 6 or 7 feet over the net. And the ball had spin and it bounced just a little past the service line. So the one thing that you really want to focus on is not really hitting that ball hard. Became a human wall. Hit everything back. The better you become at hitting with topspin, the more consistent you become, the more free points you're gonna get, the more consistency you're gonna be, and the faster you're gonna get to the point where you say, okay, I can control the angles, I can control the topspin going short, going deep. Now I can start focusing on hitting the ball hard. So, but most people go the opposite way. They wanna focus first. They focus first on power, then placement, then consistency. When it's completely the opposite way. The first thing you want to focus on is consistency, then placement, and power at the very end. All right, guys. Okay. Well, this is it for the intermediate forehand. Okay. I also did the advanced forehand. You know, for those of you that want to take a look at it, or you think that you're already beyond, you already past intermediate, take a look at it. It's a little more extensive, but it's really, really good. Okay, guys? All right. Good to see you, and bye-bye. Thank you.